in the message, the day was very busy because I just arrived in the office. Uh, in the afternoon, the governor of N'Djamena told us that we need to have a urgent meeting at the meeting room of the mayor office.
Okay, the mayor's office.
Yes, the mayor office. So
Okay.
it's an urgent meeting, and I left the office around 3 p.m. And as you can say, I was just back now. So as
Wow.
usual, they show us the update of the number of affected people by
Mm-hmm.
flood, and they request to for each organization if we can upgrade our support. Particularly, they ask for food support if we can add many money to buy food to people because the main issue for them is currently having food. So
Wow.
so yeah, for our organization we cannot provide food support for our organization because
Mm.
yes, we cannot provide food support because in the last experiences we had, we provide food support, but it was really very complicated to manage it.
How? What was complicated about it? You carry a bag of rice, you give to a family. Carry a bag.
You know, as you said, it's very easy, but it,
So,
it's more complicated. Okay, I will give you an example. When we decided that exactly during the last flood, what we give was rice,
mhm.
and in the process to 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 pay this rice
To buy.
and to buy, yes, to buy, okay,
Yes.
okay, to buy and to pay, okay, to buy this rice and have it and share. The first issue was in our supply chain teams. We have some people uh, who is interested to have this rice also.
Mm.
Yes, yes. So,
Wow.
uh, and we have a donor who said that we need to pay a high quality rice
No,
because
buy, not pay, buy.
okay,
Acheter, buy.
buy sachet. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this will be difficult for a while. I know. Okay, buy. Okay.
Yes.
So, in French, you said payer le riz. So,
Yes, but there is a difference between pay is when you remove the money and give.
yes, yes,
But
okay.
the whole process is to
Yes,
buy. Uh-huh.
okay, okay, okay. I understand. Okay. So, so the donor said that he need he need us to pay, to buy. Oh,
Mhm.
sorry. He need
Yes,
us
to buy.
to buy a high quality rice for these people. He don't
Okay.
want us to buy like I don't know, not a high quality rice because there are people affected. So he insisted on the fact that we need to have high quality rice.
Okay.
So when we order the rice, uh, the rice process to buy the rice. When people saw the quality on the paper, they said that this rice is not for affected people.
For poor people.
And since our staff, the partners, and even the authorities, when we we received the rice and we said it's what we will share to people. People are saying, you know, oh no, this is how we need to change it, and people this one cannot have this rice, and so it become really very complicated, and yes, and it start in our staff, and then it continue with partners, and then the authorities, and at the end, even the population, the
The
affected population,
beneficiaries.
even beneficiaries, when they receive, they go back and sell the good rice. Yes, to take the money and pay the fake rice.
Buy the cheap rice.
Yes, buy the cheap rice, you know.
Wow.
So yes, it becomes really very complicated, and we in the report, everyone said that it was difficult to monitor that, and for this reason, IRC chat decided to say that only if it's an special case, we will not again distribute rice in case of emergency. So was our position though. So what we are sharing is only non-food items. Yes, it's only non-food items we are planning to distribute, and we explained clearly to the meeting today that we are
During
not
the meeting.
During the meeting, yes, IRC said clearly that we are not planning to share food for this emergency. We will still sharing non-food items, and this is our position. And I can tell you that many authorities were not happy. Were not happy. Yes, were not happy. They still saying that they can decide to say that they will not accept our support, and but it's okay with us. No problem. You can decide that you don't want. But at the end of yes, they said that clearly they can decide to say that they don't want IRC to distribute non-food item, and in this case we can keep our eggs.
Wow.
Yes.
Wait, the government is in need of support.
Yes.
And you accept to provide them support.
Yes.
And they, wow. So a beggar is choosing what to beg. Mr. Ali, this is madness.
You clearly understand, and in fact you said caricature. You caricatured it very well.
I come to see you. That please help me. You say, okay, this is the help I can give you. You say, no, I want but that one.
This is exactly the case. Exactly, and I can tell you, yeah.
Yes.
The one I think it's the mayor of the fifth
district
district of in Jamena.
Jamena, yes.
Yes, when he speak, he speak very, very bad. Very, very bad.
To you?
Yes, to us. Oh, I think I cannot understand this non-government organization. They have money they receive from donors, and donors tend to give us, and you are like showing that you are the one who are deciding. We cannot accept this. We are the one who have the power here, and we need to decide what is good for our population. Yeah, really. Wow. Yeah, I was like really looking to him and saying, okay, decide to not accept him. It's okay with us. We will give back the money to the donor, saying that we don't accept.
But my question is this: did you tell him the type of non-food support that you are ready? Did you name the items? What are they?
Clearly, because it's a kit of non-food items. It's a kit, and in this kit we have you have a bucket, you have a sakan,
A,
a sakan. What you said, bouilloire.
okay, yeah, a kettle.
A kettle. Okay.
Kettle.
A kettle.
Yes.
Yes, you have a kettle. You have a nut.
Okay, a mat.
A mat. Okay, you have a mat. You have the tasse en fait.
Okay, teacups.
Okay, teacups. Okay,
Yes.
have teacups. Okay, and and you have moustiquaire.
Okay, mosquito net.
Mosquito net. You have deux draps, une couverture.
Okay, two bed sheets.
Two
Bed sheets.
bed sheets, okay.
And a
Une couverture.
blanket. Blanket.
And the blanket, yes, and the blanket, yeah. This is
Wow.
the kit, and according to the size of the household, you can have 2 or 3 kits.
Mm.
According to the size of the household.
So is it WFP that has identified the victims or the government? Because that is some other problem.
I think this is really a big issue because when we arrived initially, we have a first census conducted
Census.
by census, okay,
Census.
census conducted by the government. I think it's the Ministry of Catastrophe Emergency Affairs, the Ministry of Social and Emergency Affairs conducted the census, and
Government.
and I think this is really my word.
It is coming, don't worry. It will come.
Government, okay, government, okay. I will arrive, okay.
Yes.
So they conduct the first census, and they shared the data with us.
Okay.
And then the OSHA is the organization in charge of coordination of humanitarian affairs.
Yes.
Yes, so they said also they will conduct another census. And now we are waiting at our side to have the result of the OSHA census, because we start sharing our kits with based on the result of the government census. We stop now. We are waiting for the OSHA census result to compare the two results and be sure that we reduced the risk of fraud and bribery in the process.
Not even bribery, but what you wanted to say surely is détournement.
Détournement, exactly, détournement, c'est ça.
Embezzlement.
Embezzlement.
Good. So to embezzle, yes, to embezzle or to swindle is détourner. And then swindler or embezzler is détourneur.
Okay, swindler.
So, yes, a swindler. To swindle is détourner.
Okay.
And to embezzle also, so those are two synonyms. And then swindling or embezzlement is in the DNA, l'ADN.
At the end, okay.
DNA of our authorities.
Ah, I concur. I concur.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because what I am seeing is that when there is a catastrophe, the authorities don't look at the affected population. That is not what comes to their minds. Their mindset is that this is an opportunity. That is the main problem, that this is an opportunity for me to make some money. And they organize themselves to, I don't know, to blow up. Blow up means, to blow up means increase.
Okay, to blow up.
Blow up means to increase the figures.
Okay, yes, increase the figures so that they will, okay, they will say that it is 1,000, but in reality, it's 500.
500 or even less. Yes.
They are so greedy.
Yes. No, the problem is that, you see, it is a system coordinated from the summit. So when you see the governor of Jamena, the mayor of Jamena, or the district mayors, when you see them talking, they are just expressing their frustration, not for the fact that there is no help, no aid, but that the aid you are bringing will not profit them directly.
Exactly.
So what I know is that how can you, because they can frustrate the initiative, it will not punish them. It will punish the final beneficiary. So what other measures can be taken to at least calm them down?
It is to plan a percentage for them.
Wait, for the authorities?
Yes, I don't know. I'm just saying. So anyway, in our rule and regulation, it's not possible to have this kind of. But anyway, if you know that already, the authorities will, yes, they will store. They store the money, all the money.
They will steal.
They will steal yes, they will steal all the money. So if they will steal all the money, I don't know. Sometimes it's complicated even for NGOs. Sometimes we are really difficult, I think. As you know that, I will give you an example. According to our rule and regulation, if we have a meeting in N'Djamena with authorities and partners, no one can receive any cent of money.
Yes.
Because that's, we think that it's in N'Djamena and you didn't travel, so you don't need to have to receive money for that. But we can just during the break you have coffee and some croissant, and also during the lunch you can eat. So that's okay, but nothing else. So, and we know that it's really difficult for them, because if you have an official working at the Ministry of Health, if you come in a meeting, he would just take his car off or his motorbike to arrive in the meeting. The military would never give him some fuel or something to say, okay, as we are in meeting, take amount to pay the fuel. So I was already in the advocacy to say that we need to be realistic. Since we know that these guys are not receiving any cents from the ministry to, I don't know, something like 5,000 CFA, and to give them, I don't know, it will reduce the frustration for them. So it's not possible for us to do so. And the only moment, the only situation in which they can receive money from us is if they are going in a field visit. If they are going in a field visit, they can receive for each night they can receive 30,000 CFA per night.
Okay. And CFA.
CFA.
Okay.
Yes. And this 30,000 CFA is for lodging and food.
Okay, lodging and feeding. Lodging and feeding.
Okay, lodging and feeding. Okay, it's for lodging and feeding. So
yes.
You know, my point is just we know that these people are in need. We know that these people it's still them, it's still us anyway. So I think that gives them, I don't know, a bit, and probably they will not still us. I don't know.
But how will you justify now that your donors, the funders, are not interested in giving them anything? How will you justify?
We during each workshop, before starting the workshop, according to the donor rule and regulation, we start by sharing the rules of the donors. We start by that for each workshop because we know. So before the meeting, we say, okay. And the last point I had with my team is to say that in the letter of invitation, please put an annex to say that clearly attached are the rule and
regulations.
The condition for the participation in this meeting. You will have breakfast, you will have dinner or lunch, and that's okay. No any other fees. So if the person is interested to come, she will come. If she is not interested, she will not come. But she is informed before. And if we arrive in the meeting after the speeches and all things, we start by sharing the conditions also with participants to be sure that everyone is aware and know the conditions.
Okay.
So for me, it's the only way to share with them because in general, it's really rule and regulation coming from the donor. It's not our rule and regulation. So we cannot do other things. If we give 1 cent, we need to reimburse this amount at the end of the workshop.
But Mr. Ali, you have to understand the mindset of the authorities with whom you deal. Their mindset is that there is a lot of money given to you by donors. And that money belongs to them because they represent the people. So you can imagine their frustration. You can imagine their frustration. Maybe the mayor of Jamena 5 district had already arranged. He knew that you would send about 100 tons of rice to him to distribute. And he has already found somebody, a trader, to sell the rice to the trader. Maybe he has even collected money from the trader already, and please, he has spent the money. Not that the money is there, and then you come and you are telling him that you will not give rice.
We are not serious, I think. Not serious.
Yes.
But I think really you are true, because I cannot understand the way he is really, I mean, speaking is showing that he's frustrated, and this is a very.
If he has a gun, he can remove that gun and shoot you down. Because yes,
yes.
Please, you also need to understand their level of education. Most of those politicians, those who rule in Chad, for example, their level of education is not really good. So you need to understand the mindset and always work not with those people in mind, but with the final beneficiaries. There is nothing that you cannot convince that man that there is no rice. You cannot. Yes. So what I know is that you need to, because it's the population, the victims, who will suffer. For example, the mosquito net, maybe it has destroyed their houses. The mat, the teacups and all those things will help them. But these people have the possibility to block, to prevent you from reaching the population. So that's a dilemma. Yes, that's a dilemma, because under normal circumstances, that is what government is supposed to do. That's why people pay taxes. But our government, especially the local authorities, they have other ideas. So my main worry is this. Was the meeting only between you, IRC, and the local authorities, or there were other organizations?
Yes. No, it's all organization. And you know, what is ridiculous is only are invited the organizations which said that they are providing support for this emergency. You know, I mean, you know, so it's like other organizations which said that they are providing the support to the government. It's only these organizations which were invited in this meeting. So, you know, it's, as you said, because we have many other partners in the organization which were not responding to this emergency, because they didn't respond. So they were not even invited in this meeting today.
Wow.
So all people who were in this room were people committed really to contribute to the government to respond. And I cannot understand, as you said, because we are around, I think, 18 NGOs in the room today. 18
NGOs?
Yes, 18 NGOs and 3 United Nations organizations. We have OSHA, we have OEM, and UNHCR.
UNHCR.
Yes, UNHCR. Yes, was present in the in the meeting.
Wow.
So all these organizations really are committed to contribute in this response, and in place in au lieu de
instead of
instead of thanking us for our support, instead of saying really thank you so much for all what you are doing, no, we are not happy, you are not giving food, and we will stop your contribution. I think this is not good. You know, I mean, this is really
yeah, it's embarrassing.
Exactly, it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, but please, you have to understand too, they don't care. That's the first thing you have to understand. Those people, their mindset is completely disconnected from your mindset. And you need to come up with a strategy to deal with them and get the results that you want. It is absolutely indispensable to get the results that you want from your actions. When is it not possible for you, for example, to provide just a bit, talk with the donor to explain that this is what happened, the quality of rice that we wanted these people to get. They need it, they need the food too. Let us be honest, they need the food. But the donor sits in Europe and thinks that people ought to eat the highest quality of rice. The people themselves, the beneficiaries themselves don't need it. They don't need the rice, the good, high quality rice. They need something to enter their mouth.
Sorry. No, I mean, it's very complicated, you know. It's very complicated. Sometimes, as I'm working really in this organization, and if I look some approaches and some standards, really, I'm like, yes, it's unacceptable even for us, you know, even for us, because just people are, you know, you are in Europe, as you said, and you are developing this kind of principle. In our principle, we need to treat equally people, even though they are affected. We need to give them the good quality. It's not if you do so, it's like you shock and you need to give an explanation. How arrive to treat people like this? You reduce the quality because they are poor and they are affected. So, you know, people develop some very huge and large books around that with principle, with approaches. And from all that, at the end of the day, here is what we have. This beneficiary don't want this. Even if you give them, they will go and
sell.
And sell. Oh.
Okay. So no problem, Mr. Ali. Just be thinking about the best option.
Okay.
To manage the authorities and to manage the affected. Please look at your chat window.
Okay.
Yes, on the chat window, it is urgent, an urgent meeting.
Urgent.
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 Okay. And then you have census.
Census.
Census. And then, yes, that our government is government. Government.
It's
government.
Government.
Yes, government.
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 Yes, government.
Government.
Then embezzlement. Embezzlement.
Embezzlement. This is détournement.
Yes, détournement. Embezzlement of public funds. Détournement de fonds publics.
Embezzlement of public funds.
Of public funds.
Embezzlement of public funds. Embezzlement.
Yes.
Embezzlement of public funds. Embezzlement. Okay.
So, and then you have CFA. You usually say CFA. You have CFA.
CFA.
And then unacceptable in English is unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Yes, unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Yes.
Okay.
Which means that these words are the ones that we have seen today, a way that you didn't pronounce well. Now let us conclude with the ones, the new, the corrections I made. Please, if you see here, the first word that I will post, good, on this list, it's not many money. Money is uncountable. So when something is uncountable, like rice, like oil, you say much money.
Okay.
Beaucoup d'argent. So those people, the authorities know that there is much money and that you, Mr. Ali, you are the one refusing to give them.
You know, I'm laughing because when we were in a primary, I think, or terminal, and a teacher was saying us the incontable and the countable, and one of our students, our
Classmates.
Classmates, when we get outside, he said, you think it's when we are speaking, we stop and said, this is countable and speak now. So when you are saying it, I was exactly thinking about
You just remembered many years ago when you were
you know, yeah, now that really I'm mobilizing resources to pay to learn English, and when I was thinking at school, we have that free, and the teacher is always behind us. Come and learn. Like,
so now you have to pay.
okay.
So please, much is much money. Then buy. Ou acheter.
Buy.
Because even in French, payer le riz, no. I think in French it's acheter. Buy. Then when you say some people, always remember that it is not is who is. No, some people who are interested.
Some people who are interested.
People is considered plural.
Okay.
Yes. And then remember that we are talking about the past. So interested, insisted, ordered, continued. It became a problem. When you said that you will not give food, it became a problem. Yes. It started and it continued. So all I want is that next time when we're talking about something that is past, always remember that. And then le bouillard, what you put water and shine inside. It's kettle. Kettle. Et puis la natte, mat. Teacups. Mosquito net. Bed sheets. Bed sheets, les draps. Blanket.
Blanket is couverture.
Couverture. So, yes, please don't ever use all things. No, everything. Everybody. Yeah. So blanket is la couverture, celle qui épaisse là.
Why we said blanket feeding?
Blanket feeding. Yes, we'll talk about it during our next session. They will soon get us. So